Hi, I'm Ernie Conover. Welcome back. You're looking really sharp there with that freshly honed blade you have in your hand. We now need to look at how to put our 4.5 that we were using last time back together so it cuts ever so sweetly. While we're at it, we might as well show how to assemble low angle or block planes, sometimes called miter planes. These planes differ from our standard Bailey type plane in that the blade is bedded at an low angle, 16 degrees, and ground to 25. This gives it a slightly lower angle of attack. I have actually purposely ground this blade to 38 degrees so that it attacks at 50 degrees or York pitch, causing it to tear out a bit less against the grain. Our first order of business is to reattach the cap iron, which we do by simply bringing this up very close to the edge. For this plane, I'm going to have it between a 64th and a 32nd from the edge. How close you place that cap iron is largely dependent on the type of work you do. This plane is set up for fine work, for final smoothing. For a plane for rougher work where you want to take very heavy chips, you're going to move that back just a bit. We now carefully, with the cap iron on top, slip this into the mouth of the plane until it goes over this lever, and we're going to center the regulator. We now drop the lever cap in place, and we lock the lever like so. Now I like to have a piece of scrap wood. Poplar is great for this test, but you need a board to really adjust your plane correctly. And what you do is you just kind of screw the blade back right here until it isn't cutting. And then you screw it forward, turning this lever clockwise until it just starts to cut. Now you can see that it's taking a chip a little bit to the left, so we're going to push the regulator in that direction, cocking the blade around to where the chip comes out of the center. One more time. A little bit to the left yet. We'll correct that. And it's working beautifully. We're reflecting light, so it's set up correctly. To set up our block planes is a little bit different. I'm going to use this big 4.5 low angle plane from Veritas. With low angle planes, you want the bevel up instead of down, and there is no cap iron, so you simply drop it in place. This one has a Norris type regulator which both advances and retracts the blade and adjusts it from side to side. I now drop the lever cap in place and snug it up, not real tight. I'm going to put it down, again backing it off till it doesn't cut, and then advancing it until it just cuts. Again, you can see I'm cutting a little bit to the left. So I'll push the regulator a little bit to the left. Advance the blade a little bit further. Too much. Back that off just a little. And I'll tighten that lever cap a little more at this point so that it holds its adjustment. There we go. Working beautifully. Our block plane, we adjust pretty much the same way. It has some slots in the back of the blade that you engage this little lever arm with. Simply drop it down over that disc so that you can regulate it. Slip on the lever cap, lock it in place, and I find it easier to kind of line these up by regulating the blade until it's parallel. So we'll now lower the blade just a bit till it starts to cut. Just cutting. A little bit of regulation there. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Just cutting. Perfect. Great plane for breaking edges, for end grain. Carpenters, as I say, often carry them in their nail apron, but nothing beats a good sized low angle plane for really smooth cuts. One important thing though is that you need to adjust this mouth opening on most all of them by undoing the front knob. You can open or close this mouth opening like so. This one has a stop that you can set so that you can always bring it back to the right place that you want. The block plane works the same way. By undoing this knob, we can move that back and forth by pushing this side to side. Now that we know how to sharpen and assemble our planes and get them cutting correctly, we can set about doing some really high-grade work. Thanks for visiting.